record any of that, did you? You piece of crap.
Unfortunately, most of the video of my work on the cockpit trim was lost, but here's a little of it. The forward corners involved a lot of eyeballing and trimming and then some shaping with a sanding drum. The pieces were screwed down to the new deck and glued to the vertical faces, which were made with white cedar. The wood I used was the old teak from the cockpit cover, which I deleted. The rain you see falling is my sweat. I had cut out a temporary tiller from some of the white oak I had at home and decided to bring it to the boat so I could start shaping it when I wanted to take a break from being crammed into the engine room. Eventually I'll make a good laminated tiller, but for now this funky thing should work well enough. It'll get finished with something and I'll probably keep it covered when not in use. After much puzzling, I decided to support the new plastic fuel tanks with simple shelves made of PVC, which is cheap, easy to work with, and it will never, ever rot. You wouldn't want to make a fuel tank out of PVC, but it's resistant enough to diesel fuel that any little spillage shouldn't be a problem. Better than wood, which will soak it up. Ow. Lyle came by to spend a few hours touching up the top of the boot stripe. It came out great, and I'll show you her handiwork later. It was nice just to have her around. I needed the calming vibes because I was about to do the unthinkable, drill 2 large holes in my brand new deck, which I had slavishly built over a period of about 7 weeks. Any error here would be an utter disaster, and I was pretty nervous about it. The holes were for 2 brand new fuel fillers, one for each tank. I didn't have the precise sized bit or hole saw, so I had to progressively make the holes a little bit bigger, involving some creative use of the router and the drum sander. Contour, test fit, contour some more, blah, blah, blah. But eventually it was good enough for me to bed the things and get them screwed down. Here you see me working on the starboard unit, but I mounted the port one first after attaching the hose to the tank, which was in place. That required jamming it down on there, kind of pounding on it. It went okay, but it was a little too violent. So for the starboard side, I tried mounting the filler in the deck first, and then bringing the tank up to it. Here you'll see more about how I installed the tanks. It sure wasn't any easier, but it was a gentler procedure. I didn't want to risk damaging anything. See, my plan backfired now. I'm glad I checked it. I figured I'd test this before I finish putting hose clamps on. At this length, I can't get the angle I need to get this up on there. Wow. I think I just got to make this a little shorter. I can go. Yeah, I could take another 1.5 inches. Well, another 1.25 inches off it, but still, geez. I just need enough room to get 2 clamps on each pipe. This thing is... I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to free that up top and push it down. It's a bummer because I already bedded it. Maybe come up. It's going to be fun getting it lined up. I should have just done it the way I did the other one. All right, not perfect. It's definitely too long, but it's not going to do any harm. Better too long than too short. I sort of have room to make my electrical connections here. I'll probably do those from the cockpit, from the hatch. I extended the other one before I put it in, but I found that the wires kept getting in my way, so I thought I'd wait this time. I guess next is put this ratchet strap in place. I gotta add padding where the ratchet itself is gonna go. I'm gonna hook this like so. And before I tighten this, let me see what I got. Some rubber or something I can put under this. Phase 1 is complete. Both tanks are in. They're strapped down. I'll trim that strap later. They're connected to the fillers. Everything looks good. I've just finished hooking up the vent tubes. Happily, I was able to use the original lines plus a little bit of some old line. That'll be fine. It's not that dried out, and it's just for a vent. It's not going to take any pressure really. I'm not going to dress all of that just yet because you know how it goes. I mean, I dress this mostly to keep it out of the way and to get some strain relief on it. That's all my engine electronics, multi-cable. Next thing is to remount the rate cores and start figuring out all of my fuel plumbing. Where is that fly? Leave me alone, fly. Well, just don't land on me. That's all I ask. get them started first. Okay. That's one. Oh. The first valve after the tanks is also going to deal with my return. I'd rather not extend this. All right, clearly I got to point that down. Will that be pointed down? It is indeed. This is 5/16. Okay. I'm gonna have to. Do I have an adapter? Don't think I do. So I've already determined. Unfortunately, this valve won't allow me to select both tanks. I can't seem to find one that other than a very expensive manifold. So I'm going to have individual shutoffs. But before I cut those hoses to length, this is kind of the heart of things. I do know that arrow point, you can't change the position of this lever, unfortunately. This is going to be tank number 1, tank number 2, or rather this is going to select for, filter number 1, filter number 2, off. That's kind of weird. Is that going to get in the way? Nah. Actually, if that's, ooh, well, you know, for now, I have to have another one though for the outlet from both of these. Jeez. Kind of like that there, but I kind of don't. There's not a lot of room to get one's hand in between these, and if I go any higher it's going to get weird unless I want to. Could put a different kind of T on the top of that barb T. That should be all right. I got room to get at that to connect it, and I'm going to mount it with screws temporarily. I don't know, it's going to need something better in the long run, but for now I think that'll be adequate. I gotta go in there, don't I? Oh boy. All right, that's one. Yeah, I'll strap it in place. All right, well, there's our input side. I'm not wild about this, but there's really no alternative. Even if I inverted this and put it over there or something, it's not very much in the way. I don't even know if I guess that loop is acceptable in terms of radius. We'll see how this handles air, this whole system. It could get weird. But that's the input side complete. I have another valve just like that one that I have to put somewhere to select between the outputs of these and to the feed for the engine itself. Am I going to do that tonight? Oh, I'm going to at least think about it tonight. It's getting late. It's like 6 o'clock.